Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. Yesterday, I forgot to charge the laptop, so that is why you see me looking down like this. I am reading from my phone. Okay, so I have some messages that I want to share with you. And the first message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my story as hidden identity? I am a woman that is staying here in Zimbabwe, and I want to confess to you that my husband, he is a ritualist, and he is the one that got our parents killed because this was his rituals. This was the altar that he was building, and in order for him to build that altar, he was supposed, and he had to kill our parents. They were his sacrifices. He then did other rituals, and the rituals that he did is that me and my other sisters, we are never supposed to get married no matter what. So when you post my story, please, I beg you, post me as Heidi. And I am a woman who is aged 34 years old, and I am staying here in Harare. I'm staying in a place that is called Mount Pleasant. So I am staying with my sister, and the strange thing about it is that it is not only me and my sister. Now we are staying as well with our sister-in-law. So this woman, she was married by our brother, but then she started to complain, and she then said that I can't stay with your brother anymore because I am not getting anything out of the relationship, because my brother would avoid any intimacy with the wife that he had married for his own reasons, that we now know that it is because of the rituals that he did. He just had to marry a wife, and after that he was not supposed to touch that woman or to be intimate with that woman. So this brother of mine that I am speaking about, he is not currently in Zim right now, but he then went to Canada. This is where he is right now. So what has brought me here is that me and my siblings, we were born and we were raised in Glenora, a small township, but in an area that is called Masimbi. That was where we used to stay. And as for my father, he used to work at the city council. Then my mom, she was a teacher. She taught in a village that is called Domboshava. My mom, she gave birth to 4 kids, so it was 2 boys as well as 2 girls, and I am the second born. So the firstborn, who was the breadwinner in the family, it was in the year 2013. My brother, the firstborn in the family, he then found a job and he went to the UK. When he went there, he spent about 4 years and he did not come back to Zim, but we used to speak with him over the phone and he used to send us a lot of money. So it was in the year 2017 when he said that he wanted to return back home and he wanted to do some projects and he did not want to leave the country anymore. So when he came back, he had bought my mom and my dad some brand new suits that were very expensive, and the label was Versace. And after he had given this to our parents, and after our parents had worn these clothes that he had brought with him, that was when my father, he started to get so sick and he was unable to talk, and we did not know what was wrong with him. The day that my father passed away, when his body was still in the mortuary, my mom, she then started to run mad. That is what happened at my father's funeral. Then it was 3 years, we did not even know where our mom was. We had been looking for our mother, but we did not know if she was alive or if she was dead for 3 years. Then in the 3rd year, that was when we heard that there was a body that was discovered in a name-hidden river close to that river. Please do not mention the name of that river, but that is where the body of my mom was found. So as for our brother, when this happened, he did not even care about the way that both of our parents had passed away. He continued with his own life. Then after our parents, both of them had passed away, our brother then said that he wanted to look for another woman that he was going to get married to, and he said that this woman is going to be more like a mother to you. So we then started to stay with our brother. He's someone that is very wealthy, material wise. You can't even complain, because he's the one that was helping us, going to school and everything. But as we were maturing as women, we then started to discover some things that we could not understand, because our own age mates, when they started dating me and my sister, we were unable to get a good boyfriend. Until now, I am 34 years old. I do bath, I have good hygiene, but I really do not understand what the hell happens with me. I try to be a very good woman. Even if you see me walking in the street, you can say that this one, she has the wife material vibe, but men, they are afraid to approach me. And even if someone who just wants to test their luck, they are afraid to approach me, and I do not know why. So we then started to fight with our brother, because we were like, we need to go and we get prayed for as a family, because we need to understand what is happening. Why is it that we can't find men that are willing to be with us, even just to date or just to impregnate you? No man ever wants to get close to us relationship wise. So when we sat down with our brother, it was as if we had said something that he did not like. So our brother was so angry, and then he bought another house and he moved out, and then he went there. And when he went there with his new wife, then that was when the wife came back to us, and she was complaining, and she was saying that ever since I have been staying with your brother, this is what has been happening. I can't even sleep with my husband. He does not touch me. He does not do anything with me. I don't know why he even married me in the first place. We were surprised that ever since that she started to date our brother, they have never have sexual intercourse. And still she stayed with our brother, but now she is staying with us. So what happened after that was that we then started to go around. I went to this other pastor, and then this pastor told me everything that happened to my father, the altars that my brother built, the sacrifices that he did. And now our brother, he wants to sacrifice us so that he can keep on having money. So the prophecy that was given to me by the pastor, I believe it, because even though my brother is staying in a suburb that is called Belvedere, and I am staying in Mount Pleasant, but he does not even want to set his eyes upon us. He always avoid us. And if you try to go to his house, he has a security guard at the gate, and the orders that were given to that security guard was that he is never supposed to allow any of his relatives to enter into that yard. So the pastor then said that the problem with your brother is that he joined a very powerful secret cult, and they are too powerful. So if you want to start spiritual warfare with them, you need to be very strong in prayer. The pastor then said, I've given you 40 days of fasting so that you can be able to fight against this cult. So from the very first day that I started praying, I am not sleeping. My brother, he is always visiting me in my dreams, and whenever he visits me in my dreams, he will be carrying a coffin, and these are the words that he says to me: this year you are not going to survive. For this year you are going to die. This year you are not going to survive. You are going to die. So I'm really scared, because this brother of mine, he is someone that is cruel. He is someone that is very heartless. He sacrificed both of his parents for the sake of money. And if you know any pastor who is much more powerful than the pastor that has been assisting me right now, who can assist me with this spiritual warfare that I have started, because whenever my brother comes to me, he seems as if he's not happy. Please help me to save my own family. I am trying to pray, but I'm scared that my brother is going to do something evil to me, just like what he did with both of our, because he wants to kill us. Please help me. When you post my story, tell me so that I can be able to follow in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us by one of our dear sister. I spoke with our dear sister, then I asked him, why is it that she wants another pastor? Because this pastor has already been given this revelation. It shows that he is connected with heaven. So why is it that she wants to find another pastor? But then she said that I have some terrible nightmares sometimes that I have. She once had a terrible dream where she saw the pastor was being invited to a private dinner. Then she started to follow that pastor until the pastor arrived at the house where this dinner was being held, and then she saw that her brother was there wearing a black suit and a red duke. Everyone that was there was wearing the same. And then she saw the pastor being given a black suit and a duke as well, and they started to celebrate. Then after that, she also had a dream. She saw the brother coming to her room, and the brother was holding money, and she said, do you know that with money I can buy anything, even your prayers? I can buy them so that they can stop reaching the heavens. So she said that maybe my brother has already gotten to the pastor. That is why she is so scared. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. The message that he sent to us, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nansho, how are you? I used to be part of a satanic organization that is found in our country in Zim, and this is my confession, and this is how we used to cause accidents on the road, on the bus, in the taxis, and after that we used to drink a lot of blood. When you post, please tell me so that I will also follow through. What made me to do this, Brother Nashi, was that I used to work at this other popular shopping center where the most richest people in our country go out shopping. So I used to work as a security guard at an area called Sam Levy Village. So when I was working there was this other woman that used to come at our place, and this woman, she would park a car, and I would always make sure that I look after a car whenever she would have gone shopping. And me and her, we used to be so close, not because we used to date. Soon after that, that was when she gave me $5,000, and she said that she wanted me to have a good start in life. I then accepted that money, and after I had accepted that money, that was when I found out that this money, I had used it in ways that I could not even understand. In 3 days time, I had already spent that money. So I waited for him, and then I told her everything that had happened, and then she gave me a bag. And when she gave me a bag, I then saw that there was a white bond paper with some things that were written there, and these were the terms and the conditions. Since I had already joined Satanism through the money that she had given to me, and I was told that I was supposed to kill 7 people, and if I was going to refuse, then I was going to die. That is exactly the way that I ended up joining Satanism. So this woman then gave me connections. The spirit that she put in me, it was a spirit that gave me good luck, because at that time I really did not have money as such, but people will just come to me and they'll say that we have this deal that we can do and we can give you a cut, even though I had no knowledge of what they really wanted me to do exactly, but they just wanted to split split and share the money with me. So there was a time, Brother Nashi, when I went to South Africa to buy a taxi. This was after I had been told by my cousin who was working as a game ranger at this other game park, and he told me that there were these other men that had managed to get 2 rhino horns, and they did not know what to do with it, and they wanted to sell it. And then he said, I know you try to find people there in Harare that can assist us, and we are going to give you a nice cut. I did not even know where rhino horns were sold. All that I knew was that they were illegal. But now I knew that if I managed to get someone who was going to buy them, then it was going to be possible for me to make a lot of money. One day I then took my friend's car and I went with it to this other car repair shop because it had some painting that had been done on it, so they wanted to polish the paint. When I went there was this other man that was there. He seemed so wealthy. All of a sudden we started to talk, and what surprised me about this guy was that he started to tell me all the deep secrets about him, all the things that he was involved in, even though they were criminal activities. He told me that sometimes he flies to South Africa with rhino horns where he sells them, sometimes even all the way to Dubai with elephant horns. He even showed me some pictures as well as some videos. I then told him that we were also looking for someone who could assist us, and he said, it is I that can help you. And that is how I managed to buy a taxi. This taxi, it ended up having an accident and people, they died. So I was told that since I had graduated, now it was time for my mission. What we used to do is that you see in a bus, whenever you hear that a bus has been involved in an accident, and if it is because of Satanism, the person that would have caused this accident to happen, it's either the person who will be seated at the seat that is behind the driver's seat. That is where that person who will be a Satanist will be sitting, or at the back seat. If that person is sitting in front, then the bus will have a head-on collision. But if the person is sitting at the back, then another truck or maybe another bus will come from the behind, and then it will cause an accident from the behind, or maybe the bus will get out of the road and it will go and hit a tree. That is how we used to cause these accidents, and blood will be collected. After the blood would have been collected, it will be taken to the Indian Ocean. I grew tired because of all of these rituals, constantly drinking blood, until one day I said, even though I have sold my soul to the devil, but God, if your ears are still open for me, please answer my prayer. That was when I had lightning striking, and I had a voice that said, his eyes, his ears, and then I had a voice that said that, and I had a voice that said to me, his ears, they are still open for them to hear your prayers. And I heard a voice that told me to repent and to pray. Then I started to pray a lot, and I then started to go to church, and I gave my life to Christ. So what has brought me here is that I have heard a lot of people that keep on complaining, saying that they want to go to a sangoma because they are ritualist. I know that this is the devil's work. That is what he does. He will give you that impression that you do not have any hope at all. But take it from me, a man who sold his soul to the devil, but I was able to pray and to give my life back to Christ. And now I pray, and whenever I pray, I know what I am fighting against. For the spiritual world, it is real. This is my testimony. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to speak with our dear brother in the comment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world, but quite a very powerful testimony. He's saying that even if it is said that you did some money-making rituals, but you need to be thankful and that you are still alive, you can still go down on your knees. But he said that when you do this, make sure that you do it with all of your heart, so that God can hear your prayer and God can respond to you, and he's going to take you back. And there is no need for you to go around going to different healers thinking that you are going to be able to be free. He's saying that you will still be under the bondage of those demons. Let us